Hi everybody, this is Yilmaz. Today I'm going to make the presentation IPv6 at a glance. This is the CIS620 College of Business at the Colorado State University. And before talking about the IPv6 basics, let me talk about what is the IP and also the history of it. IP is the stand for the Internet Protocol. It's developed the 1970s. It is the 32-bit address space. This is to give us the approximately 4.3 billion IP addresses. And IPv4 developed in 1980s. During the 1980s, the developer was concerned about all addresses might be exhausted because in 1980s and people started using a lot of IP addresses, and they were right. And then February 2011, last IP address block has been assigned by ANA, and then there's no more IP spaces that they can assign. And yes, the addresses is held by the different companies like HP and a bunch of Comcast and a bunch of different companies. Still, we are able to access the internet, but developers was worried about the 1980s, and then they should do some big improvement. And that time is they were talking about the IPv6. IPv6 is give us the humongous address space, and also, as you can see on the bottom of this slide is this much IP addresses possibly we can assign for the IPv6. And if you can look at your computer, or this is the screenshot from the eLab, and you can see the IP addresses how it's showing up the IP configuration. And let me talk the IPv6 basics. As you know, the IPv6 we are using a 128 bits address, and then they are using the 4 hexadecimals and in 8 groups. And I will talk and give the one example after this slide. And there's another feature is the IPv6 is coming as the linked local address. This is very similar to IPv4 PIPA. So that's meaning that you can connect it on the same subnetwork, but you cannot connect the internet because you needed to have a global address that you can connect to the internet. And in the third item is as you can see, global address. This is the our global unique address. With this address, we are able to connect the internet, and our packages able to move to on the hop to hop on the internet. And aggregation is one of the important subject on the IPv6. With the aggregation, the packages can move faster because routing tables using this smaller, because the IP address is using to format the where is the next hop, and that's the reason is the table routing tables is smaller, so we can move to the packages faster. And IPv6 subnet mask is very similar to IPv4, and we don't need it entered by manually because it will be grabbed from the gateway. And in here is a good example from the this is the real IP6 address from my local machine in the eLab, and the IPv6 128 bits, 48 bits in the upstream, and 16 bits is the subnet, 64 bits is the unique number, and then 48 bits is the upstream. There's a 32 bits coming from the RN, and then 16 bits is coming from the ISP. ISP, there's no any control on the 30 bits as the RN. And in our example, you can see is I colored the RN is a 2001 and a 000, and Thank you for watching this video.